welcome to the Spicy Divorce Party Planner TV show. I'm your host, Spice, and I'm here with my lovely co-host, Lilith.
Hi, everyone.
And then we have a
Hey.
very special guest by the name of Ebony Adelle.
Hey.
Ebony does a lot. She's a book author, she's a yoga instructor, she's a TV show producer, she's an artist, and a lot more. Fashion collection creator as well.
Yes,
Okay, beautiful.
I'm out here.
Okay, what city are you representing since you're out there?
Well, I was born and raised in Milwaukee, but I represent the universe. Namaste on that. Yeah.
Beautiful. I love that. She's
Very.
extraterrestrial.
That's right.
Now, since you do so many things and you wear so many hats, what type of services do you offer?
Well, okay, so the whole brand focuses around tantric beliefs, chakras, auras, energy. So all of the services, all of the products center around those things too. So aside from sustainable and eco-friendly clothes and accessories, I also offer yoga classes, chakra activation classes, meditation. I work a 9 to 5 as a Catholic art school teacher. So I teach art, I do one-on-ones, curating artists, and anything that really has to do with sustainability and sustaining of the mind is what I like to kind of get into.
Girl, we need all that help we can get on this show. In all those different areas. We're glad to have you on our show. That's amazing.
Thank
All the different
you.
things you do. You work a 9 to 5.
Yes.
Oh wow. And
And I have 3 children.
oh my gosh. Yeah, you deserve a crown. You're a true queen.
Thank you.
You're running a lot of different courts. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Very, very amazing. Uh, what does, since we're kind of new to this, is it kind of a new concept? Not all of us know about this, but what does activating chakras mean?
Okay, so every human has 7 energy centers that are tethered to their body, and those are their chakras.
Okay.
And we usually identify them by certain colors or layers of colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and violet or white for your crown chakra. And every energy center has like a power attached to it or a strength. So a lot of times when people are depressed or when you might be feeling off or something's not right or just anything, when you're not balanced and your chakras and your energy centers are not balanced, your mind is not balanced. And chakra activation is when you come into meditation and yoga and we identify what the issue is and we reactivate those chakras through yoga, meditation, and also through my brand, through the clothes. I try to identify consumer chakras and kind of create collections where your strongest chakra will be drawn to certain things that I make.
Yeah, I was checking out your collection of clothes, Lilith. You got to see, it's so beautiful. It has all these bright colors and different textures.
Yes.
Very
I have
beautiful.
seen it. It's very beautiful.
Yes,
Thank you.
wonderful collection.
I love the aura around you. I can see people's auras also.
Yeah.
Thank you. So you already
Welcome.
understand. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Thank you.
No, like
You're
I said,
welcome.
we're kind of new to all this. What does sustainable luxury products mean?
Okay, so I've been dibbling and dabbling into sustainability for about 20 years. So it took me this long to really get a handle on where I could find what I needed to like make all this happen. So sustainability is when, for me, it is sustaining of the mind, the community, and the environment.
Okay.
So all of my clothes and my products are made with environmentally friendly supplies. All the clothes, organic, sustainable, organic silk, sustainable silk, cotton. I don't use any real leather unless it is repurposed leather. So sometimes I'll get scraps from factories or places that are giving it away. Whenever collections or pieces don't sell after a certain time, I rework them, I repaint them, re-dye them, and create whole new collections. So sustainable is just kind of, for me, it's, I'm trying to get everybody into the idea that we need to sustain ourselves as a whole community. So that's why I kind of work the yoga into it as a sustainability of the mind thing.
What does sustain mean? Like that means like remain the same or not to change?
It means sustainability for fashion is eco-friendly. So
Okay.
no animals are killed with any of my products. It's easy on the earth, on the planet. And a lot of it is made from recycled materials. Like a lot of my activewear is made from fabric that's made from recycled water bottles.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing.
Yes.
That's really, really amazing. Yeah, I've
Thanks.
seen some of your artwork as well. I was fascinated, and I love how that you bring your both your cultures and your artwork as well. That's amazing.
Thank you.
I love
Thank
that. I love
you.
to see various cultures and ethnicities being celebrated. It's beautiful.
Thanks.
Love it. Uh, what are tantric principles?
Okay, so Tantra is like, it's principles that are kind of pulled from Hinduism and Buddhism, but
Okay.
it's really a belief that everything is important. But specifically for me and for what I do, um, I practice tantric yoga and tantric sex. So that's what TSX stands for. It stands for Tantric Sex Design House, because I'm a firm believer that sex and spirituality go together, and that people's sex lives are stronger and they have more longevity when they inject that spirituality into it.
Mm,
And with Tantra, it kind of just teaches you ways to and put those principles into your sex life and your relationships to give it that extra longevity. And people kind of think of sex as taboo, but with tantric principles and putting that importance on it and that seriousness, like it's not a game,
hmm
it kind of just helps people along.
Oh, so how can yoga help a person that's going through a divorce or a breakup?
um because anytime you do yoga or meditation, it always balances your mind, right? So when you're going through a breakup, or wait, you said going through a breakup or a divorce.
Yes.
Okay, for one thing, it takes the edge off of the anger,
Okay.
because one of the main focuses is um no matter what's going on in your life, you have to have that gratitude, right? You have to be grateful just for your breath. You have to be grateful just because you opened your eyes. And that divorce and that breakup is just one moment.
True.
It's not your whole life. So you can't be grateful and angry at the same time. You got to choose one. So why? Because you will be focusing so much on gratitude, and you're actually clearing your mind into an empty plane during meditation, it just helps you kind of put things in a perspective to deal with the divorce or the breakup. Because when you start to clear your mind, you get out of your own way.
Okay. I love that. I love that because so many people in our on our show are going through like traumatic experiences and just the whole process of getting divorced and financial issues and
Oh,
dealing with
yeah.
the children and yeah, so a lot of them the only thing they can see is this divorce and they are
Yep.
pissed off and angry. So I love how you said it takes the edge off of being angry, and because so
Yes.
many people on our show they are enraged, and
Yeah,
then
because it's hard when you're mad to sit still, if you think about it,
true.
because you're raging around, you know what I
True.
mean? So forcing your body to be still and your mind to be still, it just opens up a whole new mental world for you. Like, you might start thinking about the relationship for a minute, but more than likely you're going to clear that plane in your mind, and you're not going to think about it the more you meditate and do the yoga.
I love that. I love hearing that. That's fantastic. Uh, the name of your book is Sex Icon. Am I saying
Yes.
it correctly? Okay.
Yep.
Is this fiction or does some of the passages come from your life experiences?
It's a little bit of both.
Okay.
It is loosely based on my life, but it's also things that I've seen
Okay.
and witnessed throughout my life.
Okay. Fabulous. What can readers gain by purchasing your other book, The Activation Seminar?
So the chakra activation seminar, just like Sex Icon, is part one of a 3-part series.
Okay.
And it's called the Holistic Makeover.
Okay.
So I believe that before you can make over your body,
Uh-huh.
you have to make over your mind.
Okay.
So the chakra activation seminar walks you through activating, reactivating, and unblocking each chakra. It's a class.
Mm-hmm.
So in the book, there are exercises, there's worksheets, there's full yoga sequences in there. And then there's also an accompanying meditation sequence that's free, that's available on YouTube, that goes with the book. So when I go to other places for fashion shows or sometimes just to teach yoga classes, I'll teach the chakra activation seminar in person. And people are so surprised when they come to the class because it gets deep.
Okay.
Right. So it's just like almost like a therapy class, but I'm not a therapist. Like it just asks, I don't ever have to look at what you write on your paper. It's all for you.
Okay.
So when you're filling out those worksheets and it's asking you all these deep questions, you'll realize that you have chakras that are blocked that you didn't even know. You've got issues you didn't even really think that you had, but it walks you through the process to unblock them and deal with those issues through mantras and meditation and the yoga.
I love that. Now, this is a question that I didn't really prepare you for, but say there's a person or group of people that have a different set mentality. They grew up a certain way. Like they're kind of like gangster or hood. How could you bring them to yoga, or how could you make them believe in this? Have you had any difficulties with this, or is this something you haven't even dealt with that at all?
Well, I'm kind of hood. I'm kind of a G in my own right. You know what I mean? But I think that okay, I'm gonna tell you a story that'll kind of answer the question. So
Okay.
my daughter used to go to this daycare that was connected to an old people's home. So they were all in the same building. And I was selling my book, Sex Icon, at the daycare and trying to get the older OGs to think about maybe doing the yoga. Now, these were older, like straight up street people, like
That's what I'm getting.
retired
Yes.
gangsters.
Yes.
So I usually try to get people to read Sex Icon first.
Okay.
And when they read Sex Icon, then they kind of want to know more. Like, well, wait a minute. Then they want to know about the yoga. Like, wow, does it really work? Does it this? Does it that? And I'm kind of a testament for my own products.
Okay.
And then I also have other young ladies. I have a lot of men that were in prison who, once they read Sex Icon, I broke them into the yoga as well.
Nice. Yeah, I'm glad you said that because I encounter, various walks of life, and I can really see like how learning about chakras and yoga could really help some of them. Like they have a mentality that's kind of blocking them, or even their health, and they refuse to see anything else. It's like they're raised a certain way. So I'm glad that you said that. So maybe getting them to read the book, or like even you said, it'd be wonderful to have your book sent to the prisoners, because a lot of
people stand in their own way because they can't see no further than whatever their block is or their neighborhood or wherever they're getting their money. And I totally can get that, you know what I mean? But everybody has an epiphany, and sometimes people have it too late.
Okay.
So you usually want to catch people before that turning point when it's too late for them.
Love it. Like I hope everyone watches this particular episode so they can get it.
I'm gonna push it.
Right? I love it. Yeah, we need you on this show. Okay, let's see.
Meow.
Go for it, Lilith. So if you guys don't know,
I love that.
this is this is a new way for Lilith to jump in and ask some questions because she says sometimes I just pass her by. So now she says she likes making animal sounds, which is cute. So go for it, Lilith.
I got a couple of questions.
Sure.
I've encountered myself in the past, but have you ever encountered somebody like siblings, one's good and one's a bad seed with the aura? Have you ever noticed that how the aura goes from light to a very dark color to black completely? How do you
Yes.
get them to interact with yoga?
The person with the black aura,
Yeah, the bad seed.
um, the same way, because a lot of time when people are like that, they want to try it so that they can drag it. You know what I mean? They want to
Yeah.
try it just so they can be like, oh, it's not real. Oh, it's not this. Oh, it's not that. But the main thing is you want to expose their energy to my energy. And then regardless of whether or not they believe, they're still going to carry that seed back to whoever they're around. So that my energy is still going to go with them.
Wow.
And it's still going to get spread either way.
Wow, you're amazing. I love it.
Where can you find your books at?
On Amazon.
On Amazon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, they're both available on Amazon.
Dang, I have to look for those.
Yeah, I would love some feedback.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
I black and white everything. I have no problem saying truthful things.
Nothing wrong with that. That's a canvas.
Okay.
Yep.
Is that it, Lilith, for now?
For now.
Okay, cool. Can you tell us about your styling services?
Okay, so the holistic styling service is I don't force people into the chakra activation seminar, but it can start with the chakra activation seminar. But otherwise, I would meet with a client virtually just like this or in person, if I come to your town, and I'd ask you a couple of questions. I would ask you to bring me pictures of what you have in your wardrobe, what you usually wear. Then I kind of ask people about their expectations, their goals, their dreams, because you want people to be manifesting, through their wardrobe at the same time, like what they're wearing, where they're going, what they're doing, what they're eating, what they're watching, what music they're listening to. You're always manifesting when you're putting those vibes out into the universe. Like that's a real life thing. And so when the people come to me, we do all of that, and then I make wardrobe suggestions to them, and I'll usually either they just want an outfit, a look, or they want a wardrobe overhaul. So I could be dressing them for something, or they just might want a whole new wardrobe, and I'll make suggestions and put them together like a collage of suggestions of things that they can buy to have their whole new wardrobe. And it'll also be combined with yoga sequences and things like that to help, kind of style their mental along with their clothes. Because like I said, why am I making over your body if your mind is not right? You know what I mean? And a lot of people who are not into what I do in my brand, I usually catch them one way or another. I bring them in one way or another, either through the book or the yoga or the clothes. One thing always makes somebody ask me about the other thing. But the bottom line is I really just want people to focus on sustainability, whether it's sustaining the environment or sustaining their mental environment. So it's one or the other, but that's all I'm trying to do with the styling service. I want to style your mind and your wardrobe.
Oh my gosh, it's like it almost sounds like having a fairy godmother with sitting there with you. I think it's amazing. Yeah. I mean, I can't think of anything better when you're getting styled. Wow.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times the wardrobe person's like here, this and that. I don't know if they have the same mentality as you, like the positiveness, and I think they're just trying to get a job done. But yeah, you sound like You're really trying to help them on their path. That's amazing.
Yep. Thank you.
I
I'm
love that.
trying.
Yeah. No, I love it. I've never heard of anything like that, and it's just a great idea.
Meow.
Go for it, Lilith.
Um, my question is, you got two kind of rolled into one. Is this something that was meant for you to have a calling to, or is it a generation upon generation gift?
Hmm. I feel like well, art runs in my family.
Okay.
So the artistic part for sure. Now, one of my uncles is very in tune to auras and chakras, but he never really knew what it was all his life until he started tuning into what I was doing. So it could be something that's generational, but I do feel like it's a calling for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm reading you very well, and I do read minds, and somewhere in there, I'm getting a sense of from a great grandmother of yours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was very much into it. I don't know if it's on your dad's side, your mom's side, but it's something that has to do with a great grandmother.
Oh wow.
It's my Native American side.
Oh wow.
Yep. That's true.
Wow.
You can read me, Lilith. Read for read.
That's fabulous. Now, here's a good question we all want to know. How important is sex in our lives?
Oh, it's important
Okay.
to your health,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, orgasms bring you closer to God. So every time you have a real life, for real orgasm, that's why that feeling only comes from certain things. That's the closest you get to God other than death,
Okay.
right? It's that orgasm, that moment when you see light and it's white, and that's what that is. So
Wow.
without God in your relationship, without that in your life,
Mm-hmm.
you're lacking. So it's very important. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say it's a 10.
Okay. Okay. I'm glad to hear that because I've also known like some of our parents, our friends' parents, like they haven't dated anyone for like decades. It's like I think they were traumatized by like their husbands or something like that or ex lovers, and
Oh yeah.
they won't date for like decades. And I'm like, I don't know how you guys do that.
Yeah. That pain runs deep.
Yes. Well, I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad that it's a new era, so we don't have to live like just in
Mm-mm.
anger and just like forget it. They threw in the towel.
No, we don't have to do that. It's
Okay.
okay to love again.
Yes. Yeah.
You don't have to feel guilty by opening yourself one more time.
Yes. And I'm glad you said that. So I've noticed your clothing line. You have like these various textures, colors, and your pieces usually flow. What inspired you to create this collection?
Um, I like for it to flow because I visualize that if chakras were a physical thing, I try to get as close as I can without being corny, right?
Mm-hmm.
Without having something that, is sticking all out, and without being corny, I want it to reflect but what I physically visualize the chakra is. So when you see stuff moving like that, I imagine that's how her chakra, how far off her body her chakra is, or how big it is.
Okay.
So that's kind of why that stuff looks like that. When you see stuff that's going like this when they're walking and stuff, like that's completely purposeful because I want it to look like it's in motion.
Yeah, I love that. I love the flowy
Thank
garments.
you.
Yeah, those are beautiful.
Thank you.
Do you sew these garments or do you just create the illustrations?
Both.
Both. Okay, I was wondering. Oh my gosh,
Yep.
like
I do a lot of custom, a lot of
okay.
things, but everything that you see that's like big,
Mm-hmm.
I did all of it by hand,
Wow.
dyed it, painted it, sewed it. Anything with the prints, I either got pre-printed fabric and made it,
Okay.
or I ordered it out of my online store.
Wonderful. Yeah, her outfits or her collection is so gorgeous. I love the way it flows. It's just
Hey,
Beautiful works of art. Truly,
that's what I'm going for.
it really is. How important are artifacts to society? What artifacts have you created?
Well, okay, I always look at it like this with fashion, right? Artifacts are so important to society because when everything's gone, that's what is left. That's how they come and they determine how we lived and what we ate,
Mhm.
and that's how they write our histories when things are not written, right? There's so
Okay.
many things that happened historically that nobody wrote down, but we go back and look at the plates that they used or the outfits that they wore or the house that they lived in or the furniture they had,
Mm.
to try to figure out those moments in history. So I feel like with my collections, they're all artifacts. That's why I'm very specific in the imagery and the colors and the fabrics, because if everything ends today and the aliens come down and they're digging around and they find my collection, they're going to be like, oh, this is beautiful, let me touch it, what is it? They're going to smell it, they're going to look at it, or they're going to see a pattern. Like my most recent pattern is a recreation of the Underground Railroad freedom quilt. So
Mhm.
it's completely symbolic of freedom, like it's a map.
Yeah. Wow.
So everything that I make, I try to make sure it's meaningful, it's thoughtful, and I'm trying to bring people into the vibrational reality that I've created. And
Mhm.
I want the next generation or the aliens or whoever that comes back and sees it to
Uh-huh.
kind of just be exposed to that. What if they come with a bad attitude? I want them to find my stuff and be like, oh, what is this? I like it, makes me feel good. I feel
Mhm.
so, balanced and relaxed. So
Nice.
everything is a creation of artifacts is like super important to me.
Yeah, I read that in an article that you mentioned artifacts. That's why I had to ask you, and I think that is something that a lot of people don't discuss. Well, not everyone in my circle. So I think
Yeah,
that's so important what you're saying, to leave artifacts behind, because I mean, when you stop and think about it, by creating artifacts, like we're creating, we're leaving like a testimony of our lives. I think that's
that's right.
beautiful, and I think that a lot of people need to think about that. We want to leave something behind. So,
Yeah, you got to.
mhm.
Um, our moment in time on this planet is so short in the scheme of things,
It
but
really is.
one day we'll all be gone, and then what? It'll be the whole next generation of humans, and they're gonna look back and be like, I don't want them to only come back and see jeans with rhinestones on them or whatever. You know what I mean? I want them
Yeah.
to come back and see like some other things that mean something else, or
Yeah, I love that. I love how you said that. Besides just bling bling. um, where where can we view your artwork at?
Well, right now I'm rebuilding my website.
Okay.
So it'll be a minute before everybody can really see my full body of work for the art. My art's been touring in Europe over the last year. So
Wow.
it's been in galleries all over Europe, popping up online. And usually, if you come to a fashion show, I always do art to wear. So I turn my paintings into dresses for the show. And then when the show is over, I deconstruct them and they're back flat again to be hung.
Yeah, I saw that in the article. I was like, wow, that's amazing. I never even
Yes.
thought of that concept. That's just, yeah, you're so creative. I love all the different talents that you have.
I try, girl. I be out here.
No, I love it. You're using like all your different skills. I love it. Let's see. You mentioned metaphysical chakras in your paintings. What does metaphysical mean?
Okay, so the seven basic chakras are tethered to your physical body, which means
Okay.
they have a point to your body that they're tethered to and attached to,
Mm-hmm.
and then they surround that area, right? But your metaphysical chakras are beyond your physical body. They're not tethered to your physical body. It means that you have opened your third eye completely, past your third eye chakra to your crown chakra. You've opened that, you've exposed that. And your metaphysical chakras are as you level up your consciousness.
Wow.
It's not tethered to your physical body, so it's not tethered to your mood or anything like that, because your third eye is open now. You got clarity, you can see. So those metaphysical ones, they're beyond that regular everyday mind.
Wow.
Does it kind of make sense?
Yeah, it does. You said your consciousness.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, I understand that. How have you managed to finance all of your endeavors?
I finance everything through my 9 to 5 job,
Okay.
plus art commissions and commissions from my custom stuff and my couple of book sales and a
Okay.
little bit of this and a little bit of that. But
Okay.
I don't have any investors or anything like that. I'm a pretty much a one woman show on the finance end.
Okay. I was just wondering because, like, I know, like, I start small businesses and, most of it I'm putting in myself. So I was wondering
Yep.
how you're doing it.
Yep.
They say invest in yourself. Like, so
Hey.
I totally
Hey.
did it.
We do. We do.
Right. Right?
Mhm.
I got it. Or, I mean, like, but I also know investors too, and they ask, or that's what they look at, is a person, if they have a production, if you're putting in like at least 50%. Because,
Yep.
yeah, so you got to trust in your own product so that they'll invest in it as well. So
Yep.
I guess that's part of the equation. How do you usually deal with breakups?
Whew, child. I love really hard. I'm a
Okay.
super loyal person. I'm very transparent in my relationships. I believe in honesty and stuff like that. And when I break up with somebody, I break all the way up.
I don't blame you.
Ain't no turning back for me. And it usually at first it's like I'll be physically ill at first, kind of sick.
Yeah.
But once I get over that sickness, I have to do some hardcore praying, hardcore meditation. I go like on a million with my yoga.
Okay.
And that's how I get through it. I ain't gonna lie. I just have to like meditate my way through it, because otherwise I'm a person that I try really hard. So when I break up with somebody, I'm like, damn, what did I do? Is it me? Is it this? Is it that? Especially in this age of like social media, with like I call it competition, because so many men get sidetracked by
Yeah.
these pictures and fantasies of these women that aren't really real.
Yeah.
And then they mistreat the real women in their life. Like they act like they're so unsatisfied. And I don't know. I just don't understand it. But I had to learn, because I'm a little older.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to really understand that you can just be you and be enough.
Yeah.
And be all good.
Yeah.
And a person, you can be everything to a person and they still might not want you, but it don't have nothing to do with you.
Or they want you and 10 other of you. 10
And
other.
it's okay to not accept that.
Yeah.
And because I'm older, I also have to just be like, it's okay to just be by myself too. You know what I mean? Like, I love relationships. I think they're fun, all of that, but it's okay if I'm not in a relationship. Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if they're like that. I'd rather be by myself.
Especially, girl.
Right?
I don't have time. Like, I do a lot of ripping and running. I have 2 younger kids. My oldest is 26.
Yeah,
my youngest is
25. Okay.
Yeah, my youngest is 6.5. And then I got a 13.5-year-old in the middle. Okay. So it's like plus work and the business. And now that things are taking off, all this traveling and stuff, like, I'm like, either you love me or you don't.
Yeah.
I don't got time for the in-between.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Yeah. Either show up or goodbye.
I swear. I tell these fools, accept it or reject it.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm rejecting half them. No, just
bye-bye.
Right? They're not up to par, half of them. Shoot.
Yep.
Since you seem to have a very busy life, has it been difficult to date?
Yes.
Okay.
It is hard out here
Mm-hmm.
because it's very interesting. When you're doing all the wrong things, so many men are like, they don't care how busy your schedule is. They still want to try to be with you. They want to work it out. They want to compromise. But when you're doing the right thing,
Mm-hmm.
to me, it just seems like it's so hard to find a partner.
Oh. Mm. I think it's just hard to find a partner in general.
It is. Yes. It is. My last relationship, I really thought that was the one and stuff like that. But as we were okay during COVID when I was down and out,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But when things started to turn around and start to work out for me, when it was time for me to get ready to leave for London and stuff like that, it was just like the relationship just took a turn.
Mm.
And I don't know, I didn't like that. So I was the one who ended up breaking up with that person.
Uh-huh.
Then I let that person come back.
I've
And
been there
then,
before
girl,
a few times.
it was a nightmare.
It really is. Yeah, it
Should have
can
left him
be.
alone.
Right? And ran away.
Yes, I never should have looked back.
That's why I heard you in the beginning when you say you break up, you just break up for good. I get
Yes,
that. I feel you on that one. Okay, let's see.
just broke.
Right? Exactly. That was the
Yes.
Mariah Carey and Nicki Minaj song. uh, let's see. Any suggestions on how people can become better partners in relationships?
I think just brutal honesty, but not like pettiness, right? You don't have to be rude and petty to be honest.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely something we can work on.
You don't got to tear nobody down to tell them the truth.
Yeah, yeah, we need to work on that.
I swear to God. Yes, ma'am.
I get that too.
I only tear somebody down when they're being a complete jerk.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know Lilith will.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Um, as you travel internationally, do you believe in certain countries that relationships are handled differently? Are they handled in a better manner in other countries, or?
I feel like as a woman of color, I'm going to say yes, because when I was in Europe, it was like they covet women a little bit more than American men.
Mm-hmm.
Like women are coveted there. They have more value
Nice.
to those men. Like I've never had so many men running up to me and stuff. I was like, whoa, I'm
Wow.
not used to that. You know, I'd be ready to like karate chop, but they were just really trying to like get to know me and stuff. And
You seem like a beautiful person. I'm sure that a lot of people gravitate to you. Yeah.
those men were like, even though when I left Europe, I had met a guy and he just wanted to leave something on my mind and he gave me a beautiful gift. I had only known him a couple of days.
Wow.
But he gave me a beautiful gift because he said he did not want me to forget.
Wow.
But that was just kind of the mentality of those European men. Like they were stopping me when I was walking down the
I
street,
need
girl.
to go to Europe.
I'm telling you, girl,
Wow.
I was shocked.
Mhm.
Like, whoa, you know, it was different.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
So I guess I need to start traveling internationally as well.
Yes, you do, honey.
That's what it was like in Egypt.
Okay, I believe that. I
Yeah.
believe it because my friend is Middle Eastern from North Africa.
Nice.
Yeah. So I know you telling the truth, Lily.
I've
Yep.
had maybe a good 25 guys. Plus, 2 of them were in a relationship, but they just wanted to get to know me as a friend.
Yep.
It's like, the moment I landed, it's like I got out of the plane. There, all through Cairo, they're just swarming me.
Yep. That's exactly
Yeah.
how it is.
That's very
Very,
cool.
they covet women. It's very
Oh yeah.
interesting
Yeah, I need to.
compared to here.
Yeah, I need to go traveling. Obviously.
Yes.
Does diet and exercise affect relationships?
I would say, yeah, only because, and I'm not the perfect eater. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I'm a fatty. I like to eat like, because I'm a small person. So if I don't eat a little extra, I'll turn into a skeleton.
Okay.
So yes,
Okay.
because what you eat does affect your mood. You know, sudden too much red meat, you know, I had you dragging, and
Hmm.
when you don't eat enough fruits and vegetables, you know, and you're not moving your food through your bowels and stuff right, you'll have an attitude, and it
Okay.
affects your mental, makes you tired. So I would say yes.
Okay. What do you like most about your social media followers?
What do I like most about them?
Hmm.
That they're open minded.
Okay. Okay. Wonderful. What are some of your favorite YouTube channels to watch?
Your channel, now that I found
Oh,
it,
thank you so
and
much. Thank you.
I like, I watch all kinds of TED Talks because I'm a
Okay.
teacher.
Yes.
So anything to do with yoga. Kendra G is not on. I've never seen her on YouTube. I've only seen her on Facebook, but I really like her.
Okay.
Um, DJ Academics, I watch him a lot because to keep up with pop culture and hip hop culture,
Okay.
and the Young Turks.
Okay. Okay. Cool. You got a variety there.
Yeah. Oh, and I like Deepak Chakra.
Okay. Fabulous. What are your thoughts on breakup parties? How do you view those?
I love that idea.
Okay.
Because a lot of times, God, you break up with a person, a relationship ends because God knows it's not for you. The universe knows there's something better out there, and that's something to celebrate. You getting your being closer to your blessing is something to celebrate. So I
Okay.
like it.
Okay, great. Do you have any last words that you would like to share with an ex?
Whoo, boy, F you. Respectfully,
She's a respectful.
respectfully.
Yeah, I think quite a few of our guests say the same thing. And our viewers too. Yeah, we totally feel that.
You know, for real.
Hmm. Okay. Do you have any shout outs right now? If you have any shout outs, now's the time to do it.
I would like to give a shout out to my friends at Kind Mantras.
Okay.
They have a wonderful full album of meditations called prescription meditations that I live by those meditations. I listen to them every single day. My students listen to them. I'd also like to give a shout out to my children and my family for support, because I wouldn't be able to be traipsing all around the world doing all this stuff if it wasn't for my mom and my kids, like not acting a fool when I'm gone. And to Ebony Dodson
Yeah, we
for
love
plugging
Ebony.
us together. That's my girl. I love Ebony. She is going to be acting in my web series for Sex Icon.
Wonderful.
And just the universe for, you know, allowing me to have clarity, to be able to execute all these ideas and to manifest my vibrational reality that I really deserve.
Okay.
Everybody can't do it, and I'm just happy to learn and have the tools to share with people so that they can.
Okay. Now, where can we go? Because we're about to end our show. Where can our viewers go to learn more about you?
They can go to Linktree.
Linktree. Okay.
Yep, TSX Design House on Linktree.
Wonderful. And your Instagram too, right?
Instagram too, TSX_design_house.
Beautiful. Thank
Yes.
you,
And
Ebony.
YouTube,
Oh,
Ebony Adele.
yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Fabulous.
All the shows are up there.
Fabulous. Well, thank you for being part of our show. Send our love to your family. Give the kids a hug for us because I know they're in the other room.
Girl, girl, they on the steps. They waiting, girl. I gotta take trick or
I know
treating,
how it is.
girl.
Yeah. Well,
And
thank you.
thanks, Lilith. Have a good night at work, girl.
I will. You have a wonderful night too.
Yes. It was
Okay.
wonderful speaking with you ladies, and blessings and prayers for everybody. Namaste, guys.
Thank you so much. Have a nice weekend, you
Thank
guys.
you.